One community, located in northern Harrison and southern Mayfield townships, was initially named Zurich. Later, the name was changed to Berwick. The Berwick post office was located 4 miles south and 1.5 miles east of Cairo. A post office was established on August 19, 1873, on Section 8 on the James Veeder homestead, with Mr. Veeder, a second lieutenant in the Civil War, serving as postmaster. Harris Boring, another homesteader in Harrison Township, was the community's first mail carrier. Mr. Boring secured a contract to deliver the mail from Grand Island by horseback to the Berwick post office, giving the community weekly service every Saturday, regardless of weather conditions. Harris Boring and his brother Jesse came to Harrison Township together in 1872 and settled in Section 6. The Boring brothers lived in the box of their wagon that first winter. The next spring, they built a sod house where they lived for about 10 years. Later, a large frame house and barn were built with many other improvements. They planted their first corn crop in the sod with a spade and harvested 20 bushels to the acre. Jesse Boring took a team and wagon to the Loup River to gather firewood one winter and found the Loup Valley filled with Pawnee Indians, and he hastily made an about-face, returning home empty-handed. The Pawnee were more of a nuisance than a threat, and for the most part, those that encountered the Native Americans here found them friendly. Fear of the Indians, however, is one reason why the northwest part of Hall County was slow to settle up. The Berwick School, District 37, was formed on November 28, 1873, and was located across the road from the post office. The first schoolhouse was made of sod and contained homemade furniture. On May 24, 1878, the county superintendent of schools gave the following report about the school's condition.
Friday, May 24th, visited District Number 37, Charles L. Flint, teacher. Number enrolled, 9. Number present, 7. School almost too small to be very interesting. Exercises and order satisfactory. Comfortable sod house with homemade furniture, maps, blackboard, etc.
The superintendent visited the neighboring school to the south the day before and gave this report.
Thursday, May 23rd, visited District Number 16, Ms. Annie L. Milgate, teacher. Number enrolled, 14. Number present, 11. This district has a miserable, dilapidated old sod schoolhouse in which are a few rudely constructed benches and desks. With such facilities, no teacher can work successfully, although during my stay the order was fair, and most of the exercises and recitations decidedly good.
A resident of the Zurich community in 1878 felt this way about his neighborhood and wrote to the Grand Island Times newspaper,
"In speaking of Nebraska, I say it is the noblest agriculture spot on the face of the earth. It is as beautiful as it is level and distant. The privileges which are enjoyed here are very numerous and desirable. Judging from late appearances, Nebraska is in various ways gaining superiority over any of her bordering states, which claimed habitation before country west of the Missouri River experienced any immigration whatever. There is a multitude of people located in the vicinity of Zurich, with the intention of remaining here permanently. They are aware of the fact that it requires a good deal of skill and hard labor to convert a piece of raw prairie into a tillable condition. But if they adopt the right method, which has been so successfully followed by others, there will be no danger of experiencing anything not anticipated."
Zurich, Nebraska, January 27, 1880. Editor, Times. Some time has passed since this part of the country has been heard from. This is the time of the year for the farmers to rest after hard work and make preparations for the coming season. The order of the day is taking care of stock and keeping ourselves comfortable by a good fire. Frequently, one of Nebraska's gentle zephyrs tears things up rather lively. Nevertheless, we've been blessed with very fine weather for some time. It keeps some of us rather busy to protect our haystacks from being carried away by the wind. Some of the time it's pleasant enough, but again, when a feller is compelled to hurry out and straddle one of them and hold it down, it makes his hair stand and switches his clothes so badly that it's almost impossible to stick fast or stay out there and freeze to death. E.L. Curtis plowed nearly all of last week. F.E. Smith has had 2 sick horses, but they're out of danger now. It has caused him to hire a team to furnish feed for his stock, as he has quite a herd. James Veeder has erected a fine and commodious granary. C.S. Benton has built quite a good one. George Bellamy has returned from a visit to Michigan. William Bellamy has rented Henry High's farm. I understand Mr. High has purchased several lots in Grand Island and is going to build a residence and settle there. James Northrup and F.E. Smith missed 170 bushels of oats not long since. Someone must be hard up. Mr. Mack will take his stock and windmill to his farm in Buffalo County soon. Farmer.
On May 3, 1881, the name for the Zurich post office was changed to Berwick.
Berwick, Hall County, Nebraska, October 3, 1881. Editor Times. This part of the country still lives, although the outside world knows but little of events here through the columns of the county papers. Our neighborhood, although not the oldest in the county, contains many solid and progressive farmers who are bound to keep their part of the county up with the others in improvements in progress. Late rains have given the work of fall plowing an impetus, and many acres are every day being prepared for another seed time. Haying is nearly finished, and threshing is being pushed rapidly. Before the coming of winter, we hope to see fall work completed and farmers prepared for cold weather. Whitehead and Benton are doing most of the threshing around here this fall. They're good workmen and deserve the patronage they're getting.
The Independent, January 25th, 1884, Cameron, Hall County, Nebraska. We see in your issue of December 29th of a champion thresher of the West. He claims to have made $1,466 this season in 67 days, an average of about $21.60 per day. His best day's work was 1,452 bushels of oats. Now we will give you our figures in bushels, and you can decide who is entitled to the championship of the West. We threshed 51 days, and in that time we threshed 41,138 bushels of rye, wheat, and oats, which came to $1,346, an average of $26.40 per day. Our best day's work was done at Jacob Miller's, which was 1,724 bushels of oats, and set the machine twice. Almond Benton and Irvin Whitehead.
In 1885, a Berwick resident wrote to the Grand Island Independent,
"We receive your paper weekly and think it a good county paper. This is a lovely spring morn. The grass is fresh and green. The trees have donned their green coat of leaves. The birds are singing their loveliest morning songs, and the busy farmers are planting corn with all the force of earnest and energetic hearts. To tell the truth, we live in an enterprising part of the great world. For good neighbors and peaceable community, this is unsurpassed. By the way, we have a few bachelors in our neighborhood that I believe are on the string of matrimony, for as soon as a new woman or girl enters this vicinity, the race begins to see which one wins. Now, gents, do not get discouraged, but pluck up courage, and you will soon be on the right road to marriage. We have the right soil here for all kinds of garden cereals. Therefore, it is not much of a manager that it takes to gain a fair livelihood here at the present day. This county is noted for its good soil and climate, good health, good civil government, good teachers of public schools, and also good-looking ladies."
After the town of Cairo was established in 1886, Berwick's post office was discontinued. The Berwick School continued in operation until 1988, when it merged with District 16. There was also in the community of Berwick United Evangelical Church, which was located 1/2 mile east of the school and 1 mile north. It was formed in 1898, and many of the old settlers in the neighborhood attended the church. The school held their Christmas programs there. Later, the building was used less and less, and finally was sold and torn down for the lumber. The proceeds from the sale and the large bell were given to a church in Grand Island.